ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Yes, continuation to the last class. Next parts in axial skeleton are the ribs. Definitely how many pairs of the ribs are present means 12 pairs of the ribs are 24 ribs are present on either side of the thoracic cavity. Again, these ribs are flat and slender bones. These are the flat and slender bones. Flat means on both dorsal as well as ventral they are smooth. On both dorsal as well as ventral they are smooth. That is said to be as the flat. Slendering means a slight curving. Definitely they are with a slight curving like this. If they are with a slight curving, then that is said to be as the slender. Definitely ribs are flat, ribs are slender bones. Definitely these ribs are said to be as the bicephalic ribs are double-headed ribs. What is the meaning of the bicephalic means? Definitely each and every rib on its dorsal side, that is with the two heads. Of this, upper one is said to be as the capitulum, lower one is said to be as the tuberculum. Upper one is said to be as the capitulum, lower one is said to be as the tuberculum. If the two heads are present, then that is said to be as the bicephalic head or the double-headed rib. Definitely this 12 pairs of the ribs out of 12 pairs are attaches to the thoracic vertebrae dorsally. Definitely in the thoracic region 12 thoracic vertebrae are present. Out of 12 thoracic vertebrae to 12 thoracic vertebrae, these 12 pairs of the ribs are attached dorsally. Definitely on the dorsal side, just assume this is the vertebral column. Again, this is said to be as the thoracic vertebrae. So definitely this is the thoracic vertebrae. 12 pairs of the ribs out of 12 pairs, they attaches to thoracic vertebrae dorsally like this. Definitely 12 out of 12 pairs, these vertebrae are attaches, these ribs are attaches to thoracic vertebrae dorsally like this. Out of 12 pairs of ribs, 12 pairs dorsally attaches to the thoracic vertebrae with the help of the capitulum and tuberculum. But ventrally of these 12 pairs, only first 7 pairs of the ribs are ventrally attaches to the sternum. Ventrally only first 7 pairs First 7 pairs of the ribs only attaches to the sternum ventrally. Definitely first 7 pairs of the ribs dorsally attaches to the vertebral column. This is the dorsal position, this is the ventral position. Dorsally vertebral column is present, ventrally sternum is present here. Definitely of the 12 pairs of the ribs, first 7 pairs of the ribs are dorsally attaches to the vertebral column, to the thoracic vertebrae, ventrally attaches to the sternum. This is the sternum. It is located ventral side. This is said to be as the ventral. This is the vertebral column. This is the vertebral column which is located dorsally. This is said to be as the dorsal position. Of the 12 pairs of the ribs, first 7 pairs of the ribs are attaches to the sternum ventrally and dorsally to the thoracic vertebrae. So that only first 7 pairs of ribs are called as vertebrosternal ribs. Vertebrosternal ribs are true ribs. These are the true ribs because they attaches to the vertebral column dorsally and they attaches to the sternum ventrally. So that only this first to 7th pair of the rib are called as the vertebrosternal ribs. They are the true ribs. First 7 pairs of the ribs are true ribs because they dorsally attaches to the thoracic vertebrae, ventrally attaches to the sternum with the help of the hyaline cartilage. With the help of the hyaline cartilage, ventrally this 7 pairs of the ribs are directly attaches to the sternum. So that only they are said to be as the vertebrosternal rib. They are true ribs. But when we observe the 8th, 9th, 10th pair of ribs, these are not directly attaches to the sternum ventrally, though they are dorsally directly attaches to the vertebral column. Though dorsally they are directly attaches to the vertebral column, but ventrally they does not directly attaches to the sternum. They attaches to the hyaline cartilage of 7th rib. Just assume this is the 7th pair, 6th, 5th, like that this is the 4th, this is the 3rd, this is the 2nd, this is the 1st. Definitely this 7 pairs of the ribs directly attaches to the sternum ventrally, but 8th, 9th, 10th pair of the rib, though dorsally attaches to the vertebral column directly, but ventrally they attaches to the hyaline cartilage of 7th pair of the rib. They does not directly attaches to the sternum. So that only 8th, 9th, 10th pair of the ribs are said to be as the vertebrochondral ribs. Vertebro means vertebral column. They dorsally attaches to the vertebral column directly, so that they are the vertebrochondral. Chondrology means study of cartilage. Chondra means cartilage. Definitely ventrally this 8th, 9th, 10th pair of the ribs are attaches to cartilage of the 7th pair of the rib. they does not directly attaches to the sternum. So that only 8th, 9th, 10th pair of the ribs are said to be as the vertebrochondral ribs. These are the false ribs. These are not original rib. Original ribs means if ribs are attaches to the vertebral column dorsally and attaches to the sternum ventrally directly, then we can say they are the original ribs or the true rib. But 8th, 9th, 10th pair of the rib, though dorsally attaches to the vertebral column directly, but ventrally they attaches to the hyaline cartilage of the 7th pair of the rib. So that only these are said to be as the vertebrochondral ribs. They are false ribs. Similarly, 11th pair of the rib, 12th pair of the ribs, only they attaches to the vertebral column dorsally. Ventrally they are free. Ventrally they neither attaches to the sternum nor attaches to the cartilage. So that only 11th and 12th pair of ribs are said to be as floating ribs. These are said to be as the floating ribs. 11th, 12th pair of the ribs are said to be as the floating rib because this 11th and 12th pair of the ribs dorsally attaches to the vertebral column. Ventrally they neither attaches to the cartilage nor attaches to the sternum. So that only they are said to be as the floating ribs. These are also false ribs. These are also not true rib. Means totally 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th pair of the ribs are the false. Means 5 pairs of the ribs are false. First 7 pairs of the ribs are only original or true. Definitely first 7 pairs of the ribs are said to be as the vertebrosternal rib. They are original rib because first 7 pairs of the ribs dorsally attaches to the vertebral column, ventrally attaches to the sternum directly. So they are said to be as the vertebrosternal rib. They are original. But 8th, 9th, 10th pair of the rib, though dorsally directly attaches to the vertebral column, ventrally they does not attaches to the sternum directly. They attaches to the cartilage of the 7th pair of the rib. So that only 8th, 9th, 10th pair of the ribs are said to be as the vertebrochondral rib. They are the false ribs. Similarly, 11th and 12th pair of the ribs are floating rib. These ribs are dorsally attaches to the vertebral column directly. Ventrally they are free. They neither attaches to the cartilage nor attaches to the sternum directly. So they are free. So that only they are said to be as the floating rib. These are also false ribs. In that way, first 7 pairs of the ribs are true ribs. Last or next 5 pairs of the ribs are false rib. Out of 12 pairs, 7 pairs are the original ribs are the true ribs. Again 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th pair of the ribs are the false rib because though they directly attaches to the vertebral column dorsally, ventrally they does not directly attaches to the sternum. So that only this 8th, 9th, 10th pair of the rib and 11th, 12th pair of the ribs are the false ribs. Of this false rib, 8th, 9th, 10th pair is said to be as the vertebrochondral because this 8th, 9th, 10th pair directly attaches to the vertebral column dorsally, but ventrally they attaches to the cartilage of the 7th pair of the rib. So that only they are said to be as the vertebrochondral rib. 11th, 12th pair of the ribs are floating because they are free ventrally. Ventrally they are free, but dorsally they attaches to the vertebral. Next, in the case of the thoracic region, sternum is present, ribs are present, vertebral column is present. All these structures form a case around to the heart and lung to provide the protection. That case is said to be as the rib case. Rib case around to the heart and lung, sternum, ribs, 12 thoracic vertebrae together constitute or form a case that is said to be as the rib case. Definitely in the case of the rib case formation, what are the structures which may be involved means, one is the 12 pairs of the ribs, 12 thoracic vertebrae, one sternum. Definitely all these structures together constitute the rib case around to the lung, around to the heart. So definitely 12 pairs of the ribs, 12 thoracic vertebrae, one sternum together constitute the rib case. Means totally how many number of the bones are involved in formation of the rib case means 12 pairs means 24 plus 12 plus 1. Total number of the bones in the rib case are definitely 24 ribs are present, 12 thoracic vertebrae, one sternum, that's nothing but 37 bones are involved in the formation of the rib case around to the lung and heart to provide the protection. In that way, in the thoracic region, sternum, ribs, 12 thoracic vertebrae together constitute the rib case around to the heart and lung to provide the protection to them. In the case of the rib case, total number of bones which are present means 37. 37 bones together constitute the rib case. Again, of this rib case, totally how many number of the flat bones are involved? Here two important objective questions, two important neat objective questions. One is that total number of bones involved in rib case formation. Total number of bones involved in rib case formation are 37. Definitely 24 ribs, 12 thoracic vertebrae, one sternum. Totally 37. Next, total number of flat bones involved in formation of rib case. How many number of the flat bones are gets involved in the formation of the rib case? 24 ribs are flat bones. One sternum is also flat bone. Totally 25 flat bones are involved in the formation of the rib case. Definitely rib case means 12 pairs of the ribs, 12 thoracic vertebrae, one sternum. Sternum, ribs, thoracic vertebrae together constitute the rib case. In the rib case, total number of the bones are 37. In the case of the rib case, totally how many number of the flat bones are involved? means 24 ribs are flat in nature. Sternum is also with the flat nature. Totally 25 flat bones are involved in the formation of the rib cage. This is the ribs here. Next very important objective question is that total number of paired bones in axial skeleton. Next important neat question: how many number of paired bones are present in axial skeleton of human? How many number of the paired bones are present in axial skeleton of human? So how many number of the paired bones are present in the axial skeleton of human means 23 pairs. What are the 23 pairs? Means at first you have to recall what are the structures which together constitute the axial skeleton. Cranium, facial bone, sternum, vertebral column and ribs together constitute the axial skeleton. So definitely in the cranium, how many number of the paired bones are present? In cranium, 2 pairs of paired bones are present. Parietals are 1 pair, temporals are 1 pair. These 2 are the paired bones. In face, 6 pairs of the paired bones are present except vomer bone and mandible out of 14 bones. Except vomer bone and mandible, remaining all are the paired bones. That is nothing but 6 pairs. Next, ribs are 12 pairs. 24 nothing but 12 pairs. Ear ossicles are 3 pairs. Ear ossicles are 3 pairs. So definitely totally 8 plus 20, 23 pairs of the paired bones are present. So definitely in the axial skeleton of the human, totally how many number of the paired bones are present means 23 pairs of the paired bones are present. Of that in cranium 2 pairs, in face 6 pairs, in ribs 12 pairs, ear ossicles are the 3 pairs. Totally they are 23 pairs. 23 pairs are present here. Second question: how many number of unpaired bones are present in axial skeleton of human? How many number of the unpaired bones are present in axial skeleton of human? Total in the axial skeleton 80 bones are present. Of that 46 bones are with the paired nature. 23 pairs means 46. Means 80 minus 46, that equal to 30. 80 minus 46, 4 3 34, bones are with unpaired nature. In the axial skeleton of the person, totally how many number of the unpaired bones are present? Means 34 bones are present, because 23 pairs means they are the paired bones. 23 pairs means 46 bones. They are with the pairing nature. Out of total 80 bones, 46. If they minus, then totally 34 bones which are remains, they are with the unpaired nature. This is the axial skeleton. Next, appendicular skeleton. Next one is the appendicular skeleton. Appendicular skeleton. Appendicular skeleton. So what are the structures which together constitute appendicular skeleton? Means one is the forelimbs, second one is the hind limbs, next one is the pectoral girdle, next one is the pelvic girdle. So definitely forelimb, hind limbs, pectoral girdle, pelvic girdles together constitute appendicular skeleton. In the forelimbs totally 60 bones. In hind limbs also totally 60 bones. In pectoral girdle 4 bones. In pelvic girdle 2 bones. Totally 126 bones are present. 126 bones are present totally. Definitely in the appendicular skeleton totally 126 bones are present. 60 bones are present in the forelimb, 60 bones are present in the hind limb, 4 bones are present in the pectoral girdle, 2 bones are present in the pelvic girdle. Again, what are the bones which are present in the forelimb? What are the bones which are present in the bones of forelimb? What are the bones which are present in the case of the forelimb? Means first humor bone. This is the humor bone. This is the shoulder. This is said to be as the shoulder. Here whatever the bone which is present, that is the humor bone. This is the humor bone. Again, when single bone is present in this upper arm, this is the forearm. This is said to be as the upper arm. In the upper arm, single bone which is present, that is said to be as the humor bone. This is said to be as the forearm. In the forearm, 2 bones are present. 2 bones are present. Of that, outer bone which is present is said to be as the ulna. This is the outer and longer. Inner is said to be as the radius. This is inner and smaller. Definitely towards the thumb, whatever the bone is present, that is the radius. Towards the little finger, whatever the bone which is present, that is said to be as the ulna. Definitely towards the thumb, whatever the bone is present in the forearm, that is said to be as the radius. Towards the little finger, whatever the bone which is present, that is said to be as the ulna. Ulna is the outer, that is the longer. Radius is the inner and the smaller. These 2 bones are present in the forearm. Next, this part is said to be as the wrist. This is the wrist part. In the case of the wrist part, 8 bones are present. They are arranged in 2 rows. They are arranged in 2 rows. These are said to be as the carpals. They are 8 in number. Again, this is said to be as the form. This is said to be as the form. This is the wrist, this is the form. In the case of the form, 5 bones are present. These 5 bones are said to be as the metacarpals. These are said to be as the metacarpals. These are the metacarpals. They are 5 in number. Again, this is said to be as the digits. These are the phalanges or digits. Definitely these are the phalanges or digits. Definitely how many number of the digits are present means 14. Totally how many number of the digits are present means 14. So these are the 14 digits or 14 phalanges. In the case of the fingers, whatever the bones which are present, they are said to be as the phalanges. These are said to be as the phalanges or digits. They are 14 totally. So in that way, in the upper arm, whatever the bone is present, that is said to be as the humor bone. In the forearm, whatever the bones are present, they are said to be as the radius and ulna. Means ulna bone is towards the little finger. Towards the little finger means that is outside, that is longer. Towards the thumb, that is inner side, whatever the bone is present, that is the radius, that is the inner and smaller. Again, this part is said to be as the wrist part. In the case of the wrist part, whatever the bones which are present, they are carpals, they are 8 in number. Again, this is said to be as the form. In the case of the form, whatever the bones which are present, they are the metacarpals, they are 5 in number. In the case of the fingers, whatever the bones which are present, they are said to be as the phalanges or digits, they are totally 14. So definitely what is the phalanges or digital formula means? Digital formula means 2 3 3 3 3 is the digital formula. Means in the thumb 2 bones are present, in remaining 4 fingers they are 3. That is the 2 3 3 3 3. Totally they are 14. 14 bones are present in this kind of the phalanges. This is the forelimb. Means totally in the single forelimb 30 bones are present. In single forelimb 30 bones are present. Humor 1, ulna 1, radius 1, carpals 8, metacarpals 5, phalanges 14. Totally in one limb, one forelimb, they are in one forelimb they are 30. In 2 sides totally there are 60 bones. Definitely in the case of the both sides of the 4 limbs, 60 bones are present. In the one side of the forelimb they are 30. In both sides they are totally 60 in number. Next to bones of hind limb. Next to bones of hind limb. Bones of hind limb. In the case of the hind limbs, how many number of the bones are present means again in one hind limb they are 30. in both sides they are 60 totally. What are they means? Just assume this is the thigh bone. Whatever the bone which is present in this upper thigh region, that is said to be as the thigh bone or femur bone. That is said to be as the thigh bone. This is the largest bone. This is the largest bone among the 206 bones of the human. Among the 206 bones of the human, this is the largest bone, that is the femur bone. Below to that kind of the femur bone, this is said to be as the shank. This part is the shank region. The center is said to be as the shank. In the case of the shank, again two bones are present. That bones are the tibia and fibula. Definitely this is said to be as the fibula. This is said to be as the tibia bone. So they are comparable with the radius and ulna. They are comparable with the radius and ulna of the forelimb. In the case of the shank, this part is said to be as the shank part. Here two bones which are present, they are the fibula and tibula. Again, definitely this on ventral side of the junction between the thigh and the fibula tibula, one cup shaped bone which is present. That cup shaped bone is said to be as the patella. This is the patella bone or kneecap. So definitely on the ventral side, between the tibia and fibula and thigh bone, whatever the cup shaped bone which is present, that is said to be as the patella bone or the knee bone. This is the sesamoid bone. This is the sesamoid bone, means it is formed due to the modification of the tendon. Due to that, it is said to be as the sesamoid bone. Definitely patella bone is also called as the kneecap. This is the sesamoid bone because it is formed due to the modification of the patella bone. Next, the part is said to be as the ankle. This is the ankle part. This is said to be as the shank. This is the ankle. Means wrist of forelimb can be comparable with the ankle part of the leg. In the case of the ankle part, again bones which are present, they are said to be as the tarsals. These tarsals are 7. Tarsals are 7 in number. In the case of the ankle part, 7 tarsals are present. So below to that, this is said to be as the foot. This is the foot. In the case of the foot, 5 long bones which are present. These 5 long bones are said to be as the metatarsals. 5 long bones are said to be as the metatarsals. They are 5 in number. Again, these are said to be as the fingers. They are the digits or digitals. They are the phalanges. Definitely, how many number of the phalanges are present means here also 14. Here also 14 phalanges are present. Here also 14 phalanges are present. Definitely 14 phalanges are present here. Totally 14 phalanges or 14 digits are present like that of the forelimb. These are said to be as the phalanges. They are 14 in number. In that way, in the case of the hind limb, in thigh region, whatever the largest bone which is present, that is said to be as the femur bone. This is said to be as the shank. In the shank, fibula tibula bones are present. Ventrally, a cup-shaped bone which is present at the junction between the thigh bone and fibula tibula, that is said to be as the patella bone or the kneecap. That is the sesamoid bone. Again, this is said to be as the ankle part. In the ankle part, 7 tarsal bones are present. Again, this is said to be as the foot. In the foot, 5 metatarsals are present. These are said to be as the toes or the digits. Again, in the digit, 14 phalanges are present. So, totally here also in the single hind limb, 30 bones are present. In both sides, they are 60 in number. Totally, this is the one. This is the one, this is the one, this is the one. Again, these are 7s, these are 5, these are 14. Totally, in one side of the hind limb, 30 bones are present. Totally, in both sides, they are 60 in number. Like that of the forelimbs here also, in one hind limb, 30 bones are present. In both sides, they are totally 60 in number. In both sides of the hind limbs, they are totally 60 in number. So that only in both hind as well as the forelimbs, totally they are 120 in number. In forelimbs they are 60, in hind limbs they are 60 totally. In limbs they are 120 in number.